Good morning, students. I am Dr. E.N.N. Nortey, Department of Statistics. I am responsible for your course, Ugrc 120, Numeracy Skills. We are going to have about 10 minutes of review of concepts you need to know before the examinations. I'm also going to tell you what to expect and the format of the examinations. The format of the examination is going to be a purely objective type exam. You will be given 50 objective questions that spans through all the various sections of all units of the course. The exam is going to be a 2.5-hour exam. You will have enough time to think and solve a problem and make a choice. You would be given an answer sheet where you would have to shade the available option that you think bears the answer to a particular question. So, if the best option available to you is option D, on the answer sheet, you shade D. You are being advised to use pencils to shade. The reason is that if you use a pen and you have to make a change in a particular option, it makes the thing look clumsy. But if you use pencil, you can erase completely and then make your choice. You are not supposed to choose more than one option for each question. With the review, Unit 1 is on basic algebraic mathematics that is required for numeracy, building up your numeracy skills. They are fractions. You need to know how to add fractions, subtract fractions, multiply, divide, and so on and so forth. There may be questions also that require you to make use of fractions to solve a particular problem in a story form. You should know all the approximations, in standard form and approximating values to the nearest hundreds, thousands, significant figures, etc. You would also be tested on algebraic expressions, how to expand algebraic functions, how to factorize, and then how to use these tools in solving both linear equations and other forms of equations. You would also be tested on change of subject, where you make one variable the subject of other variables as well as values. This you should know how to deal with rigorously. You should also look at how to solve simultaneous equations in two unknown variables. That would be tested. And there will be story problems with regards to that, and you should be able to solve these problems. Then, you should also be familiar with how to compute rates, ratios, proportions, and percentages. And applications of this, you should also be familiar with. For instance, how to compute interest rates based on some information they will give you on the principal, the time, as well as the effective rates of interest being given. You should be able to solve problems in that. So briefly, that ends Unit 1. Unit 2 tests your ability on set theory and mathematical reasoning. You should know how to make inductive as well as deductive reasoning. You should know types of sets. You should also know operations with sets. That is, taking the union of a set, intersection of sets, set difference, using Venn diagrams, and then solving 2 and 3 set problems. We will not go beyond 3 set problems. Then you would also be tested on Unit 3, which involves elementary probability. You should know the rules of probability. You should know the meaning and the application of mutually exclusive events, independent events, exhaustive events, how to compute conditional probability, and a little application of conditional probability will be sought. Okay. Unit 4, you would be tested on how to build frequency tables, stem and leaf displays, and other graphical outputs. You should know how to construct simple bar chart, pie chart, multiple as well as composite bar charts. You should also be able to construct histograms and cumulative frequency curves. And you should also know the relevance and the appropriateness of the use of these charts in organizing data. Then you would also be tested on summary statistics, how to compute measures of central location, that is, how to compute the mean, the median, and the mode, both for discrete data as well as combined data or grouped data, as you choose to call it. You would also be tested on how to obtain measures of dispersion. These are how to compute the range, the quartiles, the deciles, the percentiles, the standard deviation, and the others. Then, in the last unit, you will be tested on measures of linear association and relation. There were 2 that were introduced to you. One is the Pearson's correlation measure, and the other is the Spearman's rank correlation measure. These, you should know how to compute them and how to interpret a correlation measure when computed. This is about all you need to know so you can make an A in the course. I wish you all the best, and God willing, you would make a good grade. Thank you.